Hello, I'm Robin and I'm a normal alcoholic. Why can't I just have one drink? Well, this is going to be a quick video, so before I get into the bulk of it, I just wanted to say that, I don't do this channel for the money or the fame or anything like that. It's to help other alcoholics or other people struggling with addiction. So if anything that you hear you think might help someone else, then, because of the YouTube algorithm, give it a thumbs up, like or subscribe or leave a comment. It just helps other people find the video. So anyway, back to the point. Why can't I just have one drink? Well, I had this thought one time when I was in rehab, and I was listening to one of the counsellors talking, and everyone knows that alcohol is a depressant or an inhibitor. It's the social lubricant. So basically, after you've had alcohol, consumed alcohol, it lowers your inhibitions. So while I was listening to the counsellor, I had this image in my head of like a chart. Yes, I'm the kind of guy that visualizes charts while thinking about my addiction. I imagine my day going along, and I imagine my one line on the chart is my defense against alcohol. We'll put it up here. My will to not take a drink. And then below it, we've got my desire to drink. And I imagine, as the day goes along, things happen. And so when I wake up, you're feeling fresh, nothing's gone wrong. You're like, right, it's a new day. I can take on the world. I'm strong. I don't need a drink. My defense is all the way up here. But then you might be having a bit of a rough day at work, or you might get into an argument, or the stress builds up, and your desire to drink gradually rises, thinking, okay, a drink would help. A drink will make me calm down. It will make me relax. At the same time, because you're having a hard day and you've forgotten that it's a lovely world and you want to take on, your defense against having a drink starts to dip. So I imagine these two lines, and as the day goes on, they get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And if you say to yourself, would a drink help? Will a drink help me? Yeah, it will. The desire's going up. Once you reach that point, there's no going back. If you make that decision to say, look, I just want to have one drink to calm me down, it will take my nerves away. As soon as they cross, you're buggered. Because it's an inhibitor, that desire to drink is going to keep getting higher because you've had the drink and obviously you're enjoying it. You think, oh, I want more. But the defense against having a drink, because of your inhibitions being lowered, it's just going to go, it's going to disappear. So about a good day started like this, a big gap, not going to have a drink. Bad day, they start to go, you make that decision, I'm going to have a drink. Then suddenly you remember how much you like drinking, you want another one, and that choice to just have one suddenly becomes, one was good. The world hasn't fallen apart. I'm not running around slurring, falling over, making a fool of myself. I've just had one drink, I'm fine. And like I say, your desire's gone up, your inhibitions are always down there, and it's off. That one drink's never going to be one drink. Or at least not if you're the kind of drinker that I was. So for me, just thinking about alcohol as a disinhibitor and thinking about my desire to stay sober or not have a drink versus my, let's call it what Freud called it, the id, the self-will, the pleasure seeker. Bad days make that increase. Bad days make your defenses decrease. And as soon as you hand one, the added effect of the alcohol inhibiting your defenses against wanting another one, combined with your desire to keep going because you've had a drink anyway and you just want to keep it going, and you don't want to just feel calmer after the stressful day. You want to have you see where I'm going with this. You can't just have one. It doesn't work. Well, I couldn't. I remember when I was first trying to wean off alcohol. It was when I went to CGL up the road. I had to wait like a few weeks to have the detox, the medical detox with them. And they said, all right, try and control your drinking in that time. I couldn't. I had my drink diary of how much I'd have in one day, and I'd try and have a little bit less the following day. And I'd maybe get 3 days in a row that I might go down a little bit. I'm like, I'm making progress. And then the fourth day, you're just like, oh, I'm just about to go to bed. I'm going to have a little one. But then it's like the ability to maintain controlled drinking. I didn't have it. I couldn't. Just had no chance. That's it. I could give you dozens of examples from my own story of why not. And yeah, there's some people out there that might be able to do controlled drinking, but if you're like me, then you can't. And like I say, just picturing that these two things getting closer together helped me put it in perspective of why. Maybe it's helped some of you, maybe it hasn't. And as time goes on, as you get more sobriety time, you wake up and your defense against alcohol isn't here. It's up there. It's not going to get touched. I think about my worst days. I think about 6 months into sobriety, losing my mum. My defense was strong enough that I got through it. When I came home, where is he? He's down there. When I came home to find Gray outside, having had his leg torn off by a car, they got close. They got close, but still I was strong enough. And as time goes on with your sobriety, you get to waking up with a stronger defense that desire is never going to creep up. It's never going to get there. Well, I say never, but never say never. I can't guarantee I'll never have another drink. But if I got through my mum's passing and that traumatic experience with Gray, I can't imagine what it's going to take to make me want another drink, to make those lines cross, for me to decide that a drink would be better than sobriety. So yeah, that is all for today now. I'll leave it there.